satisfying road win because you're right. There was tremendous balance displayed. I mean, the crowd was basically stunned at how they were able to dismantle that defense.
Howard gets to Montejunas. Block shots, a stat that sometimes doesn't tell the whole story. Big-time shot blockers aren't always elite defenders. And then the opposite is true. Their block shot totals don't quite capture that great impact they really have defensively.
You know, and Akeem the Dream, certainly one of the greatest all-around players to have ever played the game. An endless array of offensive moves down low, no doubt. And defensively, his numbers speak for themselves. I mean, almost 4,000 career blocks, 2 Defensive Player of the Year awards, just a legendary low-post defender.
Marcus Thornton, he's checked in for James Harden. Now here's Freak. He's guarded by Thornton. Puts it up from 15. Again, Philadelphia.
Well, this here is a game. Good run to close the gap.
Yeah, they've done a great job to get back within striking distance. Really a solid comeback effort here.
Beverly dishes to Brewer. Lets it go from the wing. He squares up and sinks it.
You know what? Sometimes something good can come out of a bad possession.
The 76ers trail by 5. Roden kicks to Freak. Great D on that shot, and it's off the mark. Down low. Montejunas has the open look. Oh, we've seen some. And head coach Kevin McHale doing well in Houston. He certainly has a fan in his shooting guard.
He listens to us, you know, he takes our input.
Well, there's no doubt there's great respect that Harden is showing for Coach Kevin McHale, which is what you need sometimes as a coach. You've got to command that respect from your players.
You know, it's kind of like a honeymoon period, you know. When it's clicking, it's like magic, and you just try to keep it going. But it all comes down to the coach listening, sharing, and taking the players' input seriously. Kevin has that instinct, having been around so many great teams.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Houston.
Well, in the first half of play, they're closing out aggressively, blocking shots. A key indicator of their activity on the defensive side.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So on the floor for Philadelphia, Freak, he's in at shooting guard. Carl Landry is out there with Okafor. Then there's Isaiah Cannon, and it's Sampson in at the 3 spot. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Heat delivered quite a performance. He ended with 28 points, and he was just about on target from everywhere, hitting from deep as well as sinking his free throws. It was just a great outing for him, and nobody could slow him down. Something we're seeing consistently now, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thanks so much for the report. You had to just marvel, guys, at what he was able to do that night, didn't you?
You know what? It was the game of basketball being played at its highest level. No question who their MVP was in that win.
No question whatsoever, Greg. I mean, that's a performance he and his fans will remember for a long, long time.
James Harden, he's checked in for Houston. And he's good on the second. Well, the plan has been obvious now, Clark, for a while. The 76ers really loading up on young players, letting them see a lot of minutes, and they're hoping it's going to bear some fruit, as you like to say, coming up.
Exactly, and it will in time because they've accumulated some really nice young talent, Kevin.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Cannon kicks to Freak. From the arc. It's rebounded by Houston.
And with the 76ers, it's not just on the floor that they have stifled the progress. That they've taken 2 top picks knowing they would sit out a full year just to rehab injuries. He's got some serious momentum going right now. He's been great all day. Even last game, he was on fire.
And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. And Okafor with the block. He lobs it up, leaps for it. And the pass to Cannon. He dishes it to Freak. Hits it from three-point range. Freak's got the game tied up here for the 76ers.
You know, one thing few people talk about with the Sixers, this plan of building through the draft and with young players, what if it actually works to their benefit? Then it would become a copycat strategy, because we know in the NBA, it's a herd mentality if something works.
Back at you. I mean, they immediately get those 3 points back.
Trading spray guns from long range, trading blows from behind the arc.
Fires for three. Another three for Philadelphia.
Dropping bombs. How many more threes are we going to see from him tonight?
Well, we've already seen plenty. I mean, he's got more points from outside the arc than inside of it so far. Let's see how the 76ers have performed over the last few weeks. Second in opponent field goal percentage. Third in blocks. They're ranked third in lowest opponent scoring average. In other words, points per game for the opposition. They control the pace and defend with vigor.
And they've been outstanding defensively, as you can see from that ranking in opponent field goal percentage. They get after it and make everything a challenge. Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Embiid, he's checked in for Okafor.
And Corey Brewer, guys, out of Florida, remember, won those 2 national championships, teaming up with Joakim Noah and Al Horford. Terrific quickness, and that rangy frame makes him a disruptive defender. Great versatility as well on that end of the floor.
Harden outside on the wing. Brewer lets it go from 14. Sampson pulls it in. 76ers have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the second quarter. Freak with it, and it's Harden picking him up. Freak kicks to Marshall. Noel passes to Freak. Over in the corner, Sampson. 6 to shoot. 11 feet away. The Rockets pull it in. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
And with the type of defense they played that day, they were able to cause a lot of mistakes.
Yeah, and causing a lot of turnovers, Greg, as you well know, means cashing in on those opportunities, which really can put a team in a bad way in a hurry. That's some more rugged play from them inside. It's an edge and rebound.
And all that hard work on the boards.
And we're through.
Thank you, Kevin. Dwight, what's your assessment of the team you're playing here tonight?
That's our team.
I'm the most underrated. Everybody say it's being fired like a dragon nigga. Watch me come and slay it. Coming from the basement. Double XL. I'm in the conversation.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for this. And the 76ers making a change here. Freaks checked in. The 76ers leading by 6. So on the floor for Houston. Modiunas and Howard the post pair. Harden and Ariza filling out the perimeter. And it's Lawson in at the point guard. And that one's good. Freak.
And his stroke has been dead on from the outside. I mean, inside, outside. It just doesn't matter.
Lawson dishes to Harden. Modiunas against Landry. Modiunas kicks to Lawson. Another miss by Houston. Philadelphia's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Here's Freak.
Oh, my goodness. He's just getting nasty on them now. Wow.
Yeah, now. Now that they've built up a lead, this is when he really breaks out those incredibly slick moves.
Man, like a Ginsu knife, just slicing and dicing.
And that last replay courtesy of Kia.
You got it. Let's get the ball inside.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Sampson, the pass to Freak. Shot clock at 5. Here's Landry. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Harden kicks to Lawson. Back to Harden. Houston moving the ball around. There's a screen by Modi Yunus. Ariza has the open look. Misses the three.
You know, they built their lead here by doing all the little things well.
And one of those little things, Clark, has been rebounding. They've come out and taken complete control of that glass.
Here's Freak, and he bangs it home with one hand.
Tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here if he shattered the backboard. And guys, the Spurs coaching tree extends pretty far these days. Coach Brett Brown, another former member of the Spurs staff, to be leading an NBA team.
Okafor dishes to Freak, and repasses to Cannon. No good. So Houston will take it the other way. Lawson gets to Ariza. Pass to Harden. There's 1:54 left in the third. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Well, Greg, for Brett Brown and the Spurs connection, he was an assistant in San Antonio for 7 years, was really indoctrinated into how the Spurs conducted business, Clark, before coming to the 76ers.
Yeah, he's got an interesting accent, too, a mix of Boston Australian from where he grew up and where he spent a lot of time, but no doubting his passion and his coaching ability. He's good in both.
He was actually a head coach for Australia for a while in international play.
The quick step back gave him just enough separation to get that one up.
And here's Freak. He's got 27. Here's Landry. Stolen by Harden. Tries it from 9. And too long on the shot.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Freak with it, and it's Harden picking him up. Knocks it loose. Stolen by Harden. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. Stolen by Landry. Here's Sampson. And a wide open look for Freak. Connects from three-point range. Freak's got the lead up to 10 now for Philadelphia. For Houston, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field since the third quarter got underway. Harden outside. The three. Again, the miss by Harden.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period. Guys, it's a one-man show out there. I mean, he looks like he's willing to handle all of the offensive duties for his team.
Over to the left wing. Howard with it. Here's the three. The shot is off. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. 76ers lead by. Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided. So Philadelphia wins it. It was a fantastic ball game.
32 points, 3 rebound points, 2 1 block. 16 shots.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. He had an outstanding third quarter. Whatever they needed in terms of energy and offense, he was the firepower that propelled them during the second half.
I can't imagine a player having a better night from the field than he had tonight. His shooting percentage was off the charts. He used every trick in the book to get those high percentage shots. He shot from every direction, and there was a little bit of luck here and there, but he was on fire.
Seeing Freak dominate the way he did tonight reminded me of watching him play in high school. He was a man among boys. He was a 4-time consensus All-American back then. Overall, great game.
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson saying good night, and we'll see you again soon.